All right, my boy, my guy, King Sounds drops King Talk, the deluxe edition, on all digital platforms, right here on YouTube, Spotify, and also on Apple Music. The link's in the description. Go ahead and check it out. All right, Floyd Mayweather, basically, him and Glenn Big Baby Davis are telling NBA players and black people to stop laughing at Nate Robinson. Also, you won't believe what Nate Robinson and Jake Paul made Saturday night. And also, Lance Stephenson and Evan Turner said they want a piece of Jake Paul in the ring to basically put some respect back on the NBA name as far as fighting. Let's talk about it. That subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video. And with Floyd trying to speak up for Nate Robinson, I get it, But this is the same dude who was defending Donald Sterling, defending Donald Trump, said all lives matter, and now Floyd want to be woke, you know what I'm saying? And that's cool. Everybody got to have an epiphany. Everybody got to see the light. But I ain't trying to hear that. I agree. You shouldn't laugh at Nate Robinson in general because it take a lot of balls to get in there. You know what I'm saying? Just to go in there and do what he did, knowing that, he said he'd been training since I can't remember how long, but just to go in there and the possibility that you can lose your life or you can get embarrassed on the internet and get trolled. And the internet is not forgiving. All them people laughing at him, you get in the ring with them. And I guarantee you the majority of the players ain't going to get in the ring and do that. Guys with experience like Ryan Artest, James Johnson will get in the ring. And then people will scream that it ain't fair for Jake Paul. But if Floyd cares so much, why you didn't train the motherfucker? That's my whole thing about it. Why you didn't train him? Why you didn't warn him? Like, hey, man, it's a different world in there. It's going to take more than a year or it's going to take more than a couple months. This ain't like street fighting or whatever it is. Why you didn't step in and kind of, coach him or point him in the right direction? In his gym, he got Jeff. He got Floyd Sr. He got Eddie Mustafa Muhammad, Mike McCullum. He got some great trainers around. He could have referred him to somebody that could have prepared him a lot better if you had love for him. When you heard this, he should have hit his line like, hey, man, maybe you should, get with this guy or do this and do that. So I ain't taking that woke Floyd shit to the bank at all. Nigga always want to be woke and then want to turn around and be tap dancing. That's my whole thing with him, man. He got the right to do whatever he want to do. He's an American. Excuse me. He's an American, He made his own money. What 2 Chainz say? It's mine. I spend it. But then again, I'm just tired of this dude hip-hopping over the fence. I'm tired of this dude saying that, he woke and then he raccooning, then he tap dancing. If you really care, then why you didn't point him to the direction and somebody that can get them together? And maybe he did, and Nate Robinson chose to go what he did. I don't know. But hey, at the end of the day, the game don't love nobody. The internet gonna stand undefeated. And it's just what it is. Professional fighters, get knocked out and get made fun of. But then again, like I said before, take a lot of balls to get in that ring. It's a different world in there. People don't understand how hard it is. And I challenge people that's laughing, get in the ring and fight Jake Paul. Get in the ring and fight Nate Robinson. And let's see you look a little bit different. You got guys, like 6'6", 6'7". And people say, oh, they too tall. Man, height isn't an advantage, especially if you don't know how to use it and control distance. And that's one of the underrated attributes, in combat sports is able to control distance and keep distance where you want. If it's on the outside, in the pocket, or on the inside. But that is what it is, man. But I ain't taking what Floyd said seriously, man. Floyd is just Floyd, and he want to sit here and preach. Only thing he been consistent on is black women, and that's what he prefer, keeping black women around and procreating with black women. You got to tip your hat off for him. So many of these dudes get his status, and they think because you rich or you wealthy or you balling, you got to have a white woman on your arm, and that's really indicative or representative of your wealth, and that's not true. And that's what you like. You can't knock somebody for what they like and what they taste in females. But it ain't a representation of wealth or I made it. Or because at the end of the day, you see a lot of these dudes marry white women like Doc Rivers. And when they age like the Crypt Keeper, you know what I'm saying? And then he back with a sister. It's all fun. It's all cool now. But then again, they don't age too well. And some sisters don't age too well depending on how they keep up with themselves. But hey, the old saying say black don't crack. But that's one thing that Floyd has been consistent on. You got to tip your hat. But all this other politic and, he ain't really never laughed at people getting knocked out. Ronda Rousey. But, I mean, shouldn't NBA players be laughing at Nate Robinson? Of course they going to laugh. Of course they going to laugh. And people that said he did it for money, I'm going to tell you how much he made in a minute, what I heard. But my whole thing is, Floyd may be right. And Big Baby Davis said that, you never know what people, done and messed up their money. But he didn't make a lot of money in this fight. But, I mean, you're going to laugh. You're going to kick it with him. I mean, it's just like if Nate Robinson went out in the parking lot and slipped on some ice. People going to laugh. If Floyd being oversensitive, no, he just trying to protect Nate Robinson because he know what it's like. And my whole thing, if I'm Floyd, like, when you niggas get in the ring and train for a few months or 6 months or a year and get in there and do it. That'd be my thing if I'm Nate Robinson. You get in there and do it then. Nick Young, you ain't in the league no more. You want to laugh and shit, you get in there and fight. I guarantee your bitch ass don't look no better. And that's just the God honest truth. You want to laugh, it's one thing for regulars, average Joes to laugh. But Steven Jackson said something real. He said, who trained him? Like, he should be banned from training anybody. Kids, cats, dogs, crackheads, fitness, women's boxing and kickboxing class. His trainer was terrible. Horrible. And that's the kind I want to know who trained him. I thought he was going to be training with Terrence Crawford and them, but I guess it didn't really work out. Him down with Bo McRidge and Saul Crawford and Jamel Herring and Bernie, he would have learned something. He would look better. He just running in. I guess he thought he was just going to overwhelm Jake and Jake wasn't going to make a boxing move. Shit, your average dude in the street might be able to counter that. You jumping in like this with your hands out, like, dude, what did you learn? No balance, but you don't play boxing. But to move on, they ain't make nothing. They only made $600 a piece. And I hope they play for their expenses and, their hotel and their meals. Look here, I ain't stepping in the ring with nobody. One fight, -10 fights. I ain't stepping with nobody in the ring for a minute for no $600. Like, it better be a minute. Survive against this guy for a minute. I can do that. But I'm not stepping in the ring no matter how much or how little experience I got. I ain't stepping in the ring for no $600. Straight up and down. They got me up. I ain't stepping in the ring for $600. They want $600 a piece. Well, I'm doing this for charity, man. Hey, man. How many things you see Steve Ballmer and, Bill Gates and a whole bunch of, what's my man's down there from Nebraska? Warren Buffett. How many times you see them do shit for charity, man? Time is money and money is time. You can get money back, but you can't get time back. What he barking at? What he barking at? The big dog ain't barking, so it ain't serious. Hold on, man. Shut up, Mason! Sorry, y'all, I had to do that. He gonna keep barking, but he a little hunting dog, dude. Little small hunting dog, but he gangster. Until it's time to get gangster. I remember Miles got into a fight with the dog up the street. He right here in my arms. I'm like, what? But Miles know how to fight. He came up with a family. He came up with a family like 20 people. 20 dogs. All them niggas do is fight. Shut up, boy. But other than that, man, $600 just ain't enough for me to get in the ring for no A-round. But then again, if it was truly a charity, I thought Jake Paul was out here, or Logan Paul, whichever one was out here making hundreds of thousands, at least bands. But everybody else on the card that was professional fighters or previously professional fighters made at least a few bands. But to be a co-main event on a pay-per-view, it only makes $600. That got to be a career low. Because I don't need to, real talk, I only tapped in for the main event and for the second card. I don't care about Badu Jack, but then again, that's what happened when you don't have experience or whatever. But maybe Jake Paul, whichever Paul it was, his price would go up. His brother lost his first fight. I think he beat another guy who ain't had no experience. But this what happened in boxing when, the boxers don't make the best fights that's available. You think they would have been able to do this? I say, Larry Holmes did come back and fight Mike Tyson. Say Larry Holmes got back in there and fought Gary Cooney in 98 and 99. Nobody would have cared, or 97. Nobody would have cared. You had, Mike McCullum, James Toney. You had Roy Jones, the tail end of Mike Tyson for the most part. Lennox Lewis. you know what I'm saying, you had a lot of great fighters, you know, kind of doing their thing then. So when you got great fighters and you got classic fights going and a good heavyweight division and good welterweight, middleweight divisions going, you know, ain't no old timers gonna be able to come back and do pay-per-views in the middle, you know, and it's the best time for boxing, to be honest. It's the best time. Hold on. Sorry, Mason was just doing too much. But this the kind of the best time for boxing, because historically November, December is when they do their best work, you know, the first half of December. And it's when they do their best work and put on their best fights for whatever reason. We be all summer, all spring, you know what I'm saying, before the NBA Finals and the playoffs. We be doing... Hold on, man. Oh, man. Come on, Mason, please, dude. He barking about nothing. It ain't that cold outside, but I gotta get him a jacket. He tore his other jacket up. But, I mean, it's to the point where, you know, they was able to do great pay-per-views. I'm hearing the numbers should be good. Maybe more than Floyd and Mayweather and Floyd. I mean, Floyd and Pacquiao and Floyd and McGregor. But my whole thing is, you know, if the boxing made the best fights and you stop having guys being scared to fight guys, so you stop having these white collars in their ear telling them you can make more money if you can wait. If you wait, you know, Mike Tyson, Roy Jones won't be able to come in and steal the day. He's gonna do more pay-per-views than Charlos, Gervonta, all them clowns put together, man. And you know, that is what it is. But Evan Turner and Lance Stevenson talking about they want to get in on the action and they want to advance the NBA name, you know, for what Nate Robinson did. But then again, he's talking about some 6'5", 6'6", 6'7" niggas right there. And that may or may not be fair. But if Jake Paul's calling out McGregor, he calling out Mayweather. If you can't beat no NBA players, you know what I'm saying? And Lance Stevenson growing up in Brooklyn, he should have some hands. And if Lance Stevenson could go out there and let that white boy beat him, Lance Stevenson ain't going to be able to go back to Brooklyn. You know, Evan Turner, he from, well, I don't know where he's from, somewhere in Ohio or something, Indiana, because he went to Ohio State. You know, for him, we'll see. Emmanuel Stewart said that boxers, the NBA players, make better boxers in the NFL. So I don't know. Maybe that holds true like 20, 30 years ago, but, you know, I don't know, man. But hey, let me know what you guys think about the video. Sorry for my Mason barking. Don't forget me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You can reach out if you have a business question, inquiry, sponsorship, video request. All our social media links in the description. Also got a Facebook group link there as well too. You want to watch my live streams? Can't go live on this channel for a while. Catch me at Goodfellas Sports TV 2.0. You can go in the description and hit the Sportscastr Link. Create a profile. It's free. They got a whole bunch of dope content creators over there, so check it out. Want to make a financial donation? Cash App CJ Good 313. That's in the description. PayPal link in the description. Appreciate the love, support. One time for the one time. Best way to donate. Share the video. Hit that subscribe button, bell icon button. We gone.